Alright, so what is good, everybody on YouTube? It is your boy Jay 3 times. We're back at it with another video. Today, you guys, we're going to talk about the history of the U.S. military dog tags. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I think it's my car actually. I wish I could show you what dog tags actually look like. I'll probably put a picture. That's what, you're supposed to get issued. That's what technically is supposed to be on your Marine Corps uniform when you wear it at all times. So, we're going to talk about just the history of where it comes from, how it started, where it came from, I guess. Yeah, I'm getting this off of defense.gov. So let's get straight into this article. So, we all know what dog tags are. Those little oval discs on a chain that service members wear to identify themselves in combat. But have you ever wondered how and when that tradition started and why they're called dog tags? We did some research to find out. Origin of the dog tag nickname. According to the Army Historical Foundation, the term dog tag was first coined by newspaper magnate William Randolph. In 1936, Hearst wanted to undermine support for President Franklin D. Roosevelt New Deal. He heard the newly formed Social Security Administration was considering giving out nameplates for personal identification. According to the SSA, Hearst referred to them as dog tags, similar to those used in the military. Other rumored origins of the nickname include World War II draftees calling them dog tags because they claimed they were treated like dogs. Dang. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's kind of rough. So, getting treated like dogs sounds kind of familiar. Anyways, another rumor, it said it was because the tags look similar to the metal tag on a dog's collar. True that. It's definitely similar to a dog's collar. I'm not gonna lie to you. The tag, regardless of where the nickname came from, the concept of an identification tag originated long before that. Civil War concerns. Unofficially, identification tags came about during the Civil War because soldiers were afraid no one would be able to identify them if they died. They were terrified of being buried in unmarked graves, so they found various ways to prevent that. Some marked their clothing with stencils, or pinned on paper tags. Others used old coins or bits of round lead or copper. According to the Marine Corps, some men carved their names into chunks of wood strung around their necks. Dang, that's crazy. So this is before dog tags were even a thing. Let's continue. Those who could afford it bought engraved metal tags from non-government sellers and stullers, vendors who followed the armies during the war. Historical resources show that in 1862, a New Yorker named John Kenney offered to make thousands of engraved discs for soldiers, but the War Department declined. That's crazy, ain't it? By the end of the Civil War, more than 40,000 of the Union Armies, more than 40% of the Union's armies dead were unidentified. That's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. Think about that. Think about that for a minute. 40% of the Union's armies dead were unidentified. Imagine yourself back in the 1800s. You go to war, whatever. So you get killed in action, and you're unidentified. It's crazy. To bring into that perspective, consider this. Of the more than 17,000 troops buried in the Vicksburg National Cemetery, the largest Union cemetery in the U.S., nearly 13,000 of those graves are marked as unknown. Yo, that's crazy. Out of 17,000 troops, 13,000 are marked as unknown. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I'll be sad, man. That's sad, man. The outcome of war showed that concerns about identification were valid, and the practice of making identification discs caught on, making it official. The first official request to outfit service members with ID tags came in 1899 at the end of the Spanish-American War. Army Chaplain Charles C. Pierce, who was in charge of the Army Morgue and Office of Identification in the Philippines, recommended the Army outfit all soldiers with the circular discs to identify those who were severely injured or killed in action. It took a few years, but in December of 1906, the Army put out a general order requiring aluminum disc-shaped ID tags to be worn by soldiers. The half-size dollar tags were stamped with the soldier's name, rank, company, regiment, or corps, and they were attached to a cord or chain that went around their neck. The tags were worn under the field uniform. So yeah, this is what the discs looked like back in the early 1900s. See that? That's a picture. Now continue on. The order was modified in July of 1916 when the second disc was required to be suspended from the first by using a short string or chain. The first tag was to remain with the body while the second was for burial service record keeping. The tags were given to enlisted men, but officers had to buy them. The Navy didn't require ID tags until May of 1917. By then, all U.S. combat troops were required to wear them. Exact size specifications were put into place, and the tags also included each man's Army-issued serial number. Towards the end of the World War I, and American Expeditionary Forces in Europe added, they added religious symbols to their tags, is what I'm trying to say, all right? C for Catholic, H for Hebrew, P for Protestant, but those markings didn't remain after the war. Slight differences. During World War I, Navy tags were a bit different than Army's, made of mono, a group of nickel alloys. They had the letters USN attached to them using a specific process involving the printer's ink, heat, and some whatever acid they use, whatever. If you were enlisted, this included your birth date and enlistment, while officers included their date of appointment. So the biggest difference was the print of each. Okay, so I guess the basic difference was a sailor's right index finger on the back, which was meant to safeguard against fraud or an accident of misuse. So there's a picture right here. Perfect example. There you go. Show the picture. Okay, so in the front, they get your information down, your name, your serial number, and your branch of service. And of course, on the back of that, you got your fingerprint. Of course, to identify you, right? That's a good thing. Obviously, that fingerprint's not a thing anymore. So, according to the Naval History and Heritage Command, the ID tags weren't used in the World War I and World War II. They weren't reinstated in May of 1941, but by then, the process was replaced with mechanical stamping. Meanwhile, the Marines had been required to wear ID tags since the late 1916. Theirs were a mix of the Army and Navy styles. Cool. World War II. Let's get into this one right here. By World War II, military ID dog tags were considered an official part of the uniform that had to be involved with the military. No, not the military, I'm sorry. The uniform size and shape they are today. A rounded rectangular made of nickel copper alloy. So this right here that looks really old, bro. I think I might do some videos on that. I think I'll pull up some do a video. I think I might buy some really old dog tags from like the early 1900s or the 1800s and like buy off eBay and show you guys. You do like a comparison maybe. I don't know. I'll write that down. Anyways, y'all, here's a picture. So this is an old photo, man. It's like, you can tell how old it is. Look how crusty and dusty it is. Sheesh. Each was mechanically stamped with their name, rank, service number, blood type, and religion if desired, an emergency notification name, and address were initially included on these, but they were removed by the end of the war. They also included a T for those who had a tendency to vaccination. I don't know what that is, but yeah. But by the 1950s, that too was eliminated. During World War II, Navy tags no longer included the fingerprint. By the war's end, they also included the second chain that the Army had implemented decades before. At this time, all military tags included a notch in one end. Historians say the notch was there due to the type of machine used to stamp the tags. By the 1970s, those machines were replaced, so the tags issued today are now smooth on both sides. Dog tags today. So we went all the way back from the beginning of time of dog tags. Now we get into today. Regulations have gone back and forth regarding whether the two tags should stay together or be separated. In 1959, the procedure was changed to keep both dog tags with the service member if they had died. But by Vietnam, it was changed back to the original regulation of taking one tag and leaving the other. For Marines, a person's gas mask size was eventually included on the dog tags. So now here's what your dog tags look like today, right here. So of course you get one on the actual long chain and you get one on the short chain. Of course they're attached together on one chain, but the short chain is on the long chain. So like I said, you'll see a picture. I put it up, you feel me? But yeah, I think we're going to get to this last paragraph right here. But yeah, by 1969, the Army began to transition serial numbers. The Army began to transition from serial numbers to social security numbers. Whoa, bro. So it sounds like a bad call right there. Transition from serial numbers to social security numbers. That sounds like a bad move right there. Bad move. That lasted about 45 years until 2015, when the Army began removing social security numbers from the tags and replacing them with the Soldiers' Defense Department identification number. That right there is a smart move. That right there. Why in the world would you put your social security number on the dog tag? What if that soldier lost that dog tag? Their name's on there, your birth date's on there, and their social security number. Bam, identification is stolen. Yeah, somebody gotta pick it up. Oh, thank you very much. I'm gonna go steal your identity real quick, bro. Open up like 10, 15 credit cards in your name. Yeah, ain't gonna have no life ever. You'll be forever in debt. So let me stop playing. Let me continue on. It's just, yeah. All right, anyways, the move safeguarded soldiers' personally identifiable information and helped protect against identity theft. Considerable technological advances have come along since Vietnam, including the ability to use DNA to identify remains. But despite these advancements, dog tags are still issued to service members today. They are a reminder of America's efforts to honor all those who have served, especially those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. Yes, it's good. It's good, like it's like a good kind of, what do you call it? Good tradition. I'm trying to think of the word. Yes, I guess it's a good tradition to keep the dog tags. There are definitely advancements now. Like I said, they can easily get your dental records and they can identify you that way. So somehow, some way, you deploy, go to combat, pow, you get blown up, kill the action, some crazy happen to you. The one way they can identify you, if you can't be recognized, the one way they can recognize you or identify you is your teeth, your dental stuff. So I'm pretty sure, like I said, there's other ways. Your fingerprints, of course, right? Your fingerprints, that's another way they identify you. Hey, something, like you get a little bit of your hair, and you spit, maybe, I don't know, but dog tags is definitely still in use today. So yeah, anyways, y'all, hope you like that video, I guess. Sounds like. Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. It's your boy Jay 3 times. Stay humble, stay motivated, stay positive, stay inspired. Keep doing your thing out there. Stay healthy, drink your water, eat your healthy food, you feel me? Exercise, all that good trash. I'm checking out. Peace.